1 Peter 2 verse 18. Slaves, in reverent fear of God, submit yourselves to your masters, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 10. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might, for in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Titus 2 verse 9 to 10. Teach slaves to be subject to their masters in everything, to try to please them, not to talk back to them, and not to steal from them, but to show that they can be fully trusted, so that in every way they will make the teaching about God our Savior attractive. Colossians 3 verse 22. Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything, and do it not only when their eye is on you and to curry their favor, but with sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. Colossians 3 verse 23 and 24. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Colossians 4 verse 1. Masters, provide your slaves with what is right and fair, because you know that you also have a master in heaven. Ephesians 6 verse 9. And masters, treat your slaves in the same way. Do not threaten them, since you know that he who is both their master and yours is in heaven. There is no favoritism with him. Romans 4 verse 4. Now to the one who works, wages are not credited as a gift, but as an obligation. Leviticus 19 verse 13. Do not defraud or rob your neighbor. Do not hold back the wages of a hired worker overnight. Luke 6 verse 31. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Matthew 11 verse 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Psalms 94 verse 19. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. Psalms 118 verse 5 and 6. When hard pressed, I cried to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? Psalms 116 verse 7. Return to your rest, my soul, for the Lord has been good to you. Psalms 121 verse 1 to 3. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. Proverbs 11 verse 24. One person gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly. It comes to poverty. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Acts 20 verse 35. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Luke 16 verse 11. So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches?
Colossians 3 verses 23 to 24. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Galatians 5:13. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. Luke 17 verse 10. So you also, when you have done everything you were told to do, should say, "We are unworthy servants, we have only done our duty." Philippians 2 verses 2 to 4. Then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Romans 12 verses 11 and 12. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer.